What's up everyone, it's Ojh and I am back from my holiday and we are back at it again. This time we're going to take Grommash through a level 26 Maul dungeon. Before we hop into the deck, I was away playing golf. I played some great golf actually, played some absolutely horrendous golf for the majority of the time though, but that's not important. That's not why we're here. This is the deck. Grommash is the leader. We've got the Witch Doctor in there. Yes, this Witch Doctor is level 26 and this is a level 26 run, but I'm trying to get the Witch Doctor into as many decks as I can so we can actually see how useful or useless this mini is. So we've got the Witch Doctor, and I think I've got the Amplify Curse talent there, because again, playing around with some of the talents. We've got the Execute with the Bloodlust talent. Harpies as one of our main damage dealers, dealing poison with the talent there. Quillbolt with the Bristleback talent. Huntress, Sneaky Huntress with the Stealth talent. And finally, we've got the Dark Iron Miner throwing out those Dark Iron Mines when he's doing his thing. I think the Dark Iron Miner really, really important in this one, especially on the second boss. It's really hard to get any gold mined. You'll fall behind in the economy war. Those little eye things that explode will take out your kobolds. But having a Dark Iron Miner that is at least, well, no more than 3 levels below the level of the dungeon that you're running means that the Dark Iron Miner can soak those eyes exploding and stay alive and still do the mining for you. So Dark Iron Miner at 23 in this 26 is still useful. So the relics that we get in this run, then we've got the Thief's Whistle, so playing leader summons 2 Defiance Bandits, more minis on the map. I'll take that every day. Anointed Pickaxe, each gold you mine partially heals your minis. The choices on that one were pretty poor, so we've gone for the healing with the mining. And then finally the Coated Spearhead, giving ranged minis poison. So that's that. Let's get into the run. No deaths, level 26, Maul. Let's go. Right then. Stomper Krieg. So what we're going to want to try and do obviously is get as many of the gold chests as we can. We're going to execute the minis down to 50% health, 60% health, whatever it is, to get them to attack each other. I messed up my execute there because I went for the chest up at the top, and that meant that the troll locked on to my tower and did some damage, and then a couple of smacks coming in from the grunt as well. So we have taken a fair bit of damage. That's just because I'm awful, not because of the deck at all. But it does look like we're going to take the siege tower on the right, which we have done. We've got a bit of a push coming down on the right now to try and keep hold of that. We are 40 or so seconds in, and hopefully, yeah, we can take that tower back, and hopefully we can get rid of that ogre mage, and that is the first tower for us. Dark Iron Miner coming down and doing some tanking. Huntress coming down on the left. We're going to put a Quillbolt in to distract the siege tower on the left. And now that Huntress is down to 50%, that's doing work for us there. So we are just over a minute in. We've got the chest on the right. Gold is looking good. And after that first little overcommitment from me being too greedy, trying to get both of the gold chests, we've not taken any damage since that point. So Harpy's going to come down, Hunter's going to come down on the left, an enormous push coming down on the right. Quillbolt coming down to distract. We're going to execute everything on the right. They'll all start attacking each other. Huntress is going to be chipping away for us on that bear, and hopefully the Huntress can stay alive. Dark Iron Miner down to tank the mage because it looked like we were going to lose that tower, which we did. Dark Iron Miner's done a great job. Huntress is still there to take that siege tower back for us, and with a minute and 40 to go, we've got both the siege towers, and things are looking all right for us. Let that ogre mage on the right lock on so we can play harpies on top of it without them getting freaking melted immediately. And now things are looking good. We can chill out now, relax. We're doing some work. Quillbolt coming down to distract so we can get a couple of shots off with that Huntress. You'll see me keep scrolling back down to our base just to see if the other chest has spawned. We get as many of them as possible. We just have a massive, massive gold advantage and make this one much, much easier. So if we execute that mage, then that would have done a bit of damage for us, but didn't because it was caught in the boss's swirly. We're in danger of losing the siege tower on the right, but at this stage of the game, I'm not all that bothered about that, to be honest, because we've done massive damage, and in having that left siege tower near the chest, we'll have access to the chests, and we can get some pressure, some direct pressure onto the boss. So I'm not too worried about the siege tower on the right anymore. So I'm going to execute something. If any minis get dropped, I'm going to execute them to hopefully clear this up. Quillball coming down to distract that Huntress, but not before our Harpies got the bad news and got slaughtered. Execute on the boss. That'll be the end of that. Pretty comfy apart from that mistake at the start. Right then, Imolthar, who I think is absolutely the worst boss in this dungeon. And I think that because to get any mining done, as I said at the start, just seems to be incredibly difficult, or I'm doing it wrong, or something's happening. But whatever is happening, I struggle on this one. So sometimes I go for the siege tower on the right. Sometimes I just concentrate on getting hold of the meeting stone on at the top left there. We're going to let this Huntress lock on, play Harpies, and then I'd imagine the Harpies are going to get blasted. Oh no, played a Dark Eye Miner in the nick of time. Pro plays. Maybe not. So Quillball's going to come in to try and distract the Ogre Mage, but a sneaky Prowler came down and meant that our Harpies didn't get anything done at all, which was obviously the plan. Ojh&x coming down to try and deny the gold, which I just about don't manage to do, so that was probably going to end up being pretty much a wasted Witch Doctor almost. And you can see the importance of getting the siege tower, not the siege tower, the meeting stone on the left, because all of a sudden we're going up against bandits, Huntress, Spiderlings, Mage. So if you can get that siege tower, that'll make life easier for yourself. Going to play the Dark Eye Miner over on the right there, because like I say, you should see it'll soak both of those eyes and just about stay alive. I've had to eat that entire mage for the sake of making a bit of progress, and I've played another kobold straight at the meeting stone, so that little eye thing will explode and kill the kobold. So basically, don't do that. What you want to be doing is play your kobold near your base. That little eye will spawn, your base will deal with that, and then your kobold can get on with the mining. So you'll see here that the Dark Eye Miner again will just about soak both them eyes at 3 levels below. So that's if you've got one that's 3 levels below, the Dark Eye Miner will work for you. Grommash doing some tanking for us. Huntress coming in to tidy up all the rest of that. Hopefully deny that gold. Yes, well done to you, Huntress. And if we can start making a little bit of progress, that'll be good. That eye coming down and taking out our Harpies again. But Quillball coming in to distract. Quillball on this one is absolutely essential because the boss does this huge frontal cone attack, which will just take out most things. I have not learnt my lesson, and I'm still playing kobolds over on the left. Just don't do that. Look, play your kobolds near your tower, near your base. Yes, they have to do a little bit of walking to get to the gold mines, but it's better than doing what I'm doing, which is essentially just wasting 1 gold constantly. So we're going to commit some of our minis to this push because we want to keep hold of that meeting stone and get rid of all that. We've got Quillball in hand, so we'll get Quillball down to distract, and we're going to commit some more minis to this push. Can't really tell if the Witch Doctor was doing much for us at all there. Again, going to try and keep hold of this meeting stone. Drop Grommash in there, and if we can get something like a Huntress down, possibly execute coming in. We're pretty much really in Quillball execute range. So I think we're just going to play this steady now. That's good for us that Banshee walked through all of those Dark Eye mines, because that Banshee can be a little bit annoying. I did want to play... I almost basically played my Harpy straight on top of a Huntress there, so obviously don't do that ever. And the Harpies didn't do much for us at all. We got an absolutely monstrous push coming in on the right yet again. Oh, but don't worry, Grommash and the Witch Doctor coming in absolutely clutch with 30 seconds to go. We just need to get our... we just need to get something going here, don't we? Get a bit of a push going. So like I say, we're going to be within... Quillball execute range, pretty much. Quillball coming down to distract, execute on all of that. Huntress going to do good work for us. Dark Eye Miner down to tank. Dark Eye Miner not the best tank in the world, but will do the job to distract. So we cycle round to another Quillball. Quillball's coming down. Huntress still smacking away, and that is how we're going to do that. So basically, just play better than me, and you'll have no problems. Here we go then, third and final boss, King Ojh&x, and we're going to do this on Nightmare mode or God mode or whatever because the fog has come in. I don't know if it's meant to be that way, I don't know if that's a bug, but it makes this a little bit more difficult than it should be. But first and foremost, all we want to do is defend all these automated AI minis that appear at the start and take the siege tower, which is at the top of the screen right now. So we've done a decent job of that with Grommash, with the Huntress, and we're going to have a quill ball in to distract just to make sure that we can get hold of this siege tower. The AI has dropped a Huntress, which I am happy about because that is wasted gold on their part. We're going to play our Dark Eye Miner onto the left and Kobold onto the right. If you've got your Kobold in your opening hand, you can send the Kobold right first. There's 2 gold to the right, there's only 1 to the left. So if you've got your Kobold in hand, go right first. That siege tower in the middle looks to be ours. We've got that. There's no danger there, so we can start pushing round to the right. So we've got Grommash, a sneaky Huntress. We cycle around back to our Kobold. Quillbore to do some distracting for us. Huntress's extended range and hitting multiple targets doing a great job for us, and that should be the end of that push. So that mage is now ours, and that was pretty good. So we can now start pushing round to the left to get hold of this ogre dude around here. I want to cycle back round to our Quillbore to protect our harpies, which we have done, and that is all looking all right for us. So Huntress coming down on the left from the AI, which will take out everything we've got, so sacrifice kind of a Dark Iron Miner for the distraction, but that's good for us. So the point now will be to separate King Ojh&x and that healing mage in the back left. We've got that middle siege tower, so we can get some support to our minis pretty quickly. We're going to have a Quillbore that comes down for distraction. The big ogre has worked his way up, and he's going to take out that for us. And with a minute and a half to go, this is done and dusted. The mage is dead. We've executed King Ojh&x. That's bloodlusted everything that's around it. That is the end of that. The fog has cleared. Why didn't you clear at the start? But that was pretty straightforward. Okay, so one final look at the deck then. Here it is. Like I say, this is average level 24.1. That was a level 26. Average cost 3.0. If you have success with this deck and if you found this video useful, leave a comment down below. Give this a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed for more content like this, please get yourself subscribed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.